Okay, starting stream, receiving content. Am I live? I am live, it says. Well, here is the last phony phone calls to Wally George, as it says. Well, for now, I guess I should say, because I have other tapes, but they're missing. So for now, this is all I have. Fortunately, this is the last two shows. Let's see, the date was June 24th and June 25th, 1993. That's where these calls come from. His last two live call-in shows. And the second show, actually, there isn't that as much phony phone calling going on. I don't know why. I think I got through and David got through. I remember I called up Wally to thank him for being on our show, and I think David did the same thing or something like that. We were pretending like it was our show, and we were thanking Wally for being on it. That's what the whole idea was. But before that, the day before that, I think there was quite a few phony phone calls that Wally had to get through. And so here they are. Hope you like Wally's flag. I made Wally a little flag for this grand finale. Later there'll be the missing Wally tapes, but for now, or until I find them anyway, this is all the Wally calls we have. And there are 50 stars on that flag, as a matter of fact. You can't really tell. It's kind of weird the way I made it, but there were 50 stars on that flag and 13 stripes, so it's correct.
George, Great American Radio Show. Some people have been waiting here for a long time. Let's go to the phones. Hello, you're on the air with Wally George on Quiz FM. Who's this? You see, he waited for 25 minutes to make a fool of himself. Okay. Hello, you're on the air with Wally George on Quiz FM. Go ahead. Hello, are you there, caller? Hung up, okay. Hello, you're on the air with Wally George on Quiz FM. Go ahead. All these people, they're such idiots. Hello, you're on there with Wally George on Quiz FM. Go ahead.
Wally, this is Bill from Anaheim.
Good morning, Bill.
Yeah, I'm a secondhand smoker, and I like it because it's darn cheap.
Hey, he thinks that's funny. He's a secondhand... Hey, Woody, give me a little rim shot there for him. He says he likes secondhand smoke because he enjoys it, and it's cheap. Give me a break. Thank you, Bill. Okay, let's go back to the phones. You're on the air with Wally George on Quiz FM. Go ahead.
Yeah, Wally.
Who's this?
You're a sick, disgusting pig.
Huh?
You are a sick, disgusting pig.
Oh, really? Who is this?
Why? Shut up.
Oh, it's that cowardly pervert who likes to call Wally and say perverted things. This cowardly, spineless wimp would never say anything like that to my face. Hello, you're on the air with Wally George on Quiz FM.
Yeah, Wally, this is Nate from Fabulous Bulletin.
Good morning, Nate.
Anne-Marie Guest told me to eat your hair.
I'll tell you, the Howard Sternites are out en masse. Hello, you're on with Wally George on Quiz FM. Go ahead.
I'm going to swallow.
I can't. Let's get one decent call in here. Hello, you're on with Wally George on Quiz FM. Go ahead.
Yeah, this one.
Hello, you're on there with Wally George. Go ahead.
I think maybe
See what's happening? These idiot, nonsensical, maniac Howard Stern fanatics are jamming my lines. We just keep trying. Hello, you're on with Wally George.
I want to fight you, Wally.
You're on the air with Wally George. Go ahead.
Wally, hi, how are you? This is Dave from NM Beach.
Are you a sane person?
Yeah, I'm sane.
All right, go ahead, Dave. What do you have in your mind?
Yeah, I was just going to say that when you leave, you're such a big man that when you leave Quiz FM, they're going to have to...
I'm not going to leave.
Stupid idiot.
Hey, moron. Hey, turn up your stupid hearing aid, you stupid perverted maniac. I am not leaving Quiz FM. I am not leaving this station, you jerk. Don't you listen? I am not leaving. I am not leaving the station. I repeat it 3 times. You hear me? Starting Sunday, July 5th, we do our Wally George Great American Radio Special at 10 a.m., you stupid idiot. Haven't you been listening? You're on the air with Wally George on Quiz FM. Go ahead.
Yeah, Wally, I'm getting real sick of these callers calling in.
Well, so am I. Why do you think I'm not going to take any more callers? Because I'm sick of them, and I'm sick of you, too. You're out of here. Hello, you're on there with Wally George on Quiz FM.
Hi, Wally.
Who's this?
Bob.
Yeah, what's on your mind, Bob, I hope?
Yeah, I want to talk about Bill Clinton.
Okay, go ahead, Bob.
What type of glue do you use for your hair?
Have you got anything else that you'd like to say, Bob, before you make a complete jackass of yourself?
Yeah. Yeah, how much?
Yeah, well I'm not going to give you the opportunity. Well, you're on there with Wally George on Quiz FM.
Stupid idiot.
I'll tell you, we're going to get one good caller here. I'm going to keep doing this till we get one sane caller. The Howard Stern people know they only have one day to go. Hello, you're on with Wally George.
Hey, Wally, I'm happy to be your first sane caller.
Who is this?
Scott from Huntington Beach.
Who?
Scott from Huntington Beach.
Well, good. How are you, Scott?
I just want to say, like, I'm glad that the city of L.A. just finally cracked down on all these smokers. The last thing we need is smoke when we're trying to eat, you know?
Yeah, well, you know what they say is, you know, the having the non-smoking sections, by doing that, it makes it all better. Well, it doesn't make it all better, because I sit in the non-smoking sections all the time in restaurants, and sure enough, that smoke comes wafting over. You know, the smoking section is only about 6 feet away from the non-smoking section.
Yeah.
So the smoke comes pouring over into the non-smoking section, and you're going to get lung cancer. And it is so ridiculous that, did you hear me say in the early part of the program that the tobacco industry is suing the United States?
That's just ridiculous. It should be vice versa.
Leading forces of the tobacco industry sued the federal government Tuesday to overturn the government's declaration that secondhand tobacco smoke causes cancer. They're suing the government, saying that everybody is wrong but them, that the Surgeon General is wrong, all the medical doctors are wrong. You know, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, and like that, the smoking section causes a lot of problems too, because say you want to be in the non-smoking section, they always ask you which one you want to be in, and if you say non-smoking, you might have to wait because there's like 5 openings for smoking, but you just don't want to sit there.
That's exactly right. As a matter of fact, I don't think they should allow smoking in any public buildings, in stores, anywhere where there are people gathering together in an enclosed structure. They should ban smoking in all public buildings, because, you know, little kids are in those buildings. Little kids are inhaling that stuff. They could inhale enough of it by the time they get to be 21, 22, that they could be developing emphysema. I mean, it is just ridiculous. We know for a fact the terrible things that happen when you smoke. And look how ludicrous this thing is.
Yeah,
The FDA, if they find something is wrong with some kind of food that they think might be tainted or something, what do? They remove all that food from the shelves until they can find out for sure there's nothing wrong. The FDA knows for sure that cigarettes cause cancer, but they're not removing them from the shelves of the stores.
That's right. Vote Wally George in 96. Good night now.
Thank you very much, Scott. I appreciate your call. You see, we are determined to outlast the idiots. You see, this is the reason, folks, that I do not want to take any more phone calls on this program. That's why we're doing our new format. No phone calls. These are the last 2 days for phone calls. And then I don't have to deal with you idiotic jackasses anymore. You can write to me, and if I choose to read your letter, I will do that on my radio special. But you see, Howard Stern is such a complete moron that he does not like to have me on the air. And he has directed his fanatical, brain-dead fans to do everything they can to make me mad, to upset me. And these are the people, folks, and I apologize. You wouldn't believe the kind of letters I get from my listeners to this radio show who say, Wally, we try to get through to talk to you every day about sensible things, but we can't get through. It's because these liberal Howard Stern idiots call and jam my phone lines. so I can't get any decent calls through. Well, I don't need that kind of aggravation. I don't need it. I don't need it. So that's why I'm not going to take any more phone calls after tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the last day we'll be taking phone calls. And I will never, ever, ever do another program in Los Angeles taking phone calls. I don't need to hear from brain-dead, pot-smoking Howard Stern fanatics who have no lives of their own. Do you realize that I've been on the air here for half a year, and these same people, they have no lives. They wait until 10 o'clock in the morning to call me and try to jam my lines and say ludicrous things. Let me give you an example. Hello, you're on there with Wally George on Quiz FM.
Hi, good morning, Wally. This is Belial.
Well, finally we got a decent person through. Hello, Belial. How are you?
Well, I'm kind of ticked off, Wally. I really feel that these people who are doing what they are doing to your show, they're only hurting themselves.
Well, they are total idiots, and you see, they will do anything they can to silence me. But I will not be silenced. I've been on the air with my Hot Seat show for 11 years. We celebrate our 11th year anniversary in the middle of July. And we're going to continue doing our radio show, but I'm not going to have to go through this hassle of having to talk to a bunch of imbeciles who are intent on blocking my phone calls.
You see, Wally, what these people are doing, they're going to destroy talk radio. See, it's not only your program that they're doing this to. They've done it to Larry King.
I know it.
Tom Snyder. He once had to take a call, and the caller said he should look in the mirror and why are you so ugly?
I saw that very same show, and Snyder looked really devastated. You know, the poor guy. I like Tom Snyder, and for them to say that about him, look in the mirror, how ugly you look. I mean, Tom Snyder looked really, really like he was hurt, and they have done it to Larry King. They are calling talk shows all across America, and you know, you're right. They may wind up just destroying talk radio in general. People are going to say, like me, who needs this kind of aggravation? And they'll be doing talk shows like on television, and they'll be having guests in the studios, and they just won't take any outside phone calls. That's what it may come to eventually.
It's a very, very sad day, and this is all because of Howard Stern.
Howard Stern has ruined radio in America.
I'll be honest with you, Wally. I was a loyal listener of your program on KLAC.
Yes.
And never once did you have any call that resembled one of these Howard Stern calls.
No, it all started with the Howard Stern. Well, I understand Howard himself has instructed people to do this.
Absolutely. He'll deny it on the air, but everyone knows when it's behind closed doors, Howard Stern has advised you. He advised the first crank caller to your station, this guy who went by the pseudonym Admiral Zach.
That's right. He told him to call me.
He certainly did. He said he was Howard Stern's West Coast crank. And it's really funny because I've sort of followed along with this Zach guy, and he said he was going to be in this television program, Route 66.
Right.
Never did I once see him, but I can certainly rest assured the show was canceled after 2 episodes.
We had the same problem happen. We have had the same problem happen in my studio audience for the taping of my television show. They come down and they wait for 3 or 4 months to get tickets, and then they come and they sit in the audience and they start raising hell. Well, of course, on my television show, I have a way of stopping that. If someone gets out of hand and shouts something out like Howard Stern rules or you're an idiot or some foul language, you see, when you're taping a television show, you're in total control. Because then when that happens on a taping of my television shows, what I do is just stop the tape and throw the person out of the studio, and then re-cue the tape and start from where we were. So you can do that with shows that are not live, and that's why I intend in the future to do all of my programs taped in advance. All my television shows for the past 11 years are all taped in advance, because this way we can edit and we can get the jerks out who try to destroy my television show, and they haven't got the opportunity. But when you're doing a live radio show, Tom Snyder's learned it, Larry King has learned it, Rush Limbaugh has learned it. You get these, and they're Howard Stern fools who are intent to destroy everybody in talk radio except Howard. And it's just, it's so ridiculous and ludicrous.
It's a deliberate attempt to remove you from the airwaves, and I think it's just incredibly unfortunate because this is valuable airtime, and there are loyal listeners who really believe in what you have to say.
Well, the reason that they pick on me a lot more than any other talk show host is because I'm the only one who comes on the air and talks about Howard Stern, and I tell the people what he really is, a degenerate, filthy, rotten rodent who should be removed from the air.
Truth of the matter is, and I know you've heard this before, people are actually afraid to criticize Howard Stern.
Yeah, that's right.
That is how, I guess, influential they feel he is.
I'm the only talk show host, Belial, who's gotten on the air and told it the way it really is about Howard. You're right. They don't want to infuriate his following.
And it's amazing because they will weasel out an answer, and they'll say, oh, I don't approve of what he says, but I believe he has the right to say it. Well, I don't believe he has the right to say it. I don't believe he has the right to instruct callers to crank call stations. Right. And this has got to be the most disgraceful broadcaster in the history of broadcasting. This guy makes George Carlin look like a saint.
You're absolutely right. And while I have you on the phone, Blah, I hope you'll call in tomorrow. I want to thank you for your loyal friendship over the years and years that you've been down to my studio. I know, and also I want you to know that I did get your letter, and I want to contact those people that you told me about. I'm very interested in what you told me in your letter. So we will. Go on from here, and I thank you for your friendship and your loyalty all these years.
Wally, I think you're the best in the business.
Thank you, Belial.
Thanks a lot, Wally. Keep up the good work.
There he goes. He's been with me following my shows for about 10 years, and I appreciate that. I really do. Let's take a little commercial break.
Go ahead.
Good morning, Wally. This is James from Long Beach.
Yes, James.
Getting back to the ban on smoking in the restaurants,
Yes.
I think that Belial's a fag.
Yeah, I see. And you are obviously brain dead. Hello, you're on with Wally George on Quiz FM. Go ahead. Hello, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Wally, how you doing? This is Chucky from Santa Ana.
Chucky?
Yes.
From Santa Ana.
Well, they call me Chuck, too.
All right, Chuck, what's on your mind this morning?
Well, gosh, it took a long time to get on this morning.
Yeah, well, the Howard Stern freakos have jammed my lines.
And their lines again. Well, I didn't catch all of your...
Thanks for your call. You're on the air with Wally George on Quiz FM. Go ahead.
Hi, Wally. This is Cliff Clavin, Redondo Beach.
Cliff, how are you?
I'm okay. Yeah, I was wondering, have you fixed your impotence problem?
Thanks for your call. Hello, you're on with Wally George on Quiz FM.
Yeah, Wally, this is Nate from Fabulous Fullerton.
All right, Nate.
You need to brush your teeth.
Uh-huh. Hello, you're on with Wally George on Quiz FM.
Hey, Wally, how you doing?
Who's this?
This is Dave from Costa Mesa.
All right. What's on your mind, Dave?
Not a lot, actually.
Okay, well, then thanks for calling. If you haven't got anything on your mind, why did you call, you dimwit? Call me if you have something on your mind. Hello, you're on the air.
Yeah, only a liberal would give...
Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, Wally. This is James from Costa Mesa.
Yes, James.
I've been hearing your frustration this morning with all those idiots.
Well, it's the Howard Stern. The Howard Stern fans are out in force today.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that you're having so much trouble with those guys. You know, I've talked to you several times before. You know I'm a
Well, they aren't just doing this now to me. These Howard Stern fanatics are out to ruin talk radio in general. They are doing it now, as we were talking a little earlier. They're doing it to Larry King on his radio show. They are jamming his lines, and he's getting very, very, very frustrated. They're doing it to Tom Snyder on CNBC, and they're all people who jam the lines and try to say something ludicrous regarding Howard Stern. So I mean, they're doing this not only to me, but to talk show hosts all across America. And I think they have the capacity to just destroy radio talk shows. because people don't want to put up with this crap. And then people say, well, why don't you screen your calls? Well, these little idiots, they have their ways. They call up a talk show, and of course every talk show has a producer. Rudy answers the phone or whoever, and they will ask you, what do you want to talk about? And they'll tell you, well, I want to talk about President Clinton and blah blah blah, and it sounds very legitimate. So I mean, they will actually put you on the air, and then they say something completely different. Yeah. So it's almost impossible to screen these calls properly.
And bye. And now it's time for the Wally George Great American Radio Show with the most talked about talk show host in America, Wally George.
That's me.
Stand by for Wally's controversial commentary of the day. And then you can get on the phone and talk back to Wally on the air.
Right.
And now, here he is, the original voice of controversy, conservatism, and patriotism, the one and only Wally George.
Yes. Thank you. Oh, yes. Standing ovation. Thank you. Welcome, everybody, to the Wally George Great American Radio Show. We are here on this frantic Friday, a momentous day in radio history.
You are so cute. Go ahead. I want to hear everything you have to say.
Well, thank you. I know I'm cute, but I'm also interesting. And I'm also always right as I lead America, as I tell you the way it really is. No wonder I am the man Slick Willie fears the most. Let us begin with the Wally Wally anthem. Everybody, wherever you are, let me hear you sing it.
Wally Wally, whoa, whoa, we gotta go and see your show.
Here we go.
Wally Wally, whoa, whoa, we gotta go.
We are not amused.
Oh, really?
Now I'm the man on your TV.
Yeah.
Exposing the liberal conspiracy. Better dead than red. That's my lifelong cry. So I get them on my hot seat and I watch them cry.
Wally Wally, whoa, whoa, we gotta go and see your show. Wally Wally, whoa, whoa, we gotta go. Wally Wally, whoa, whoa, we gotta go and see your show. Wally Wally, whoa, whoa.
Okay, there, I wonder where my applause was. Thank you very much. Welcome, everybody. Here it is, our Frantic Friday, the Wally George Great American Radio Show all over Southern California, Santa Ana, Los Angeles. And don't forget, starting a week from Sunday, we begin our new format. We'll be on every Sunday, starting the 4th of July for the Wally George Great American Radio Special. Yes. Every Sunday morning at 10 a.m., which frees me up to go on the road. We're going to be, all this summer, I'm going to be touring the country, and I'll be taping segments from my Hot Seat television show all over the country. And on July 16th, I'm going to London, England. I'm going to be doing a few TV appearances in London and also taping some segments from my Hot Seat show that I'll be showing to you here in Los Angeles and around the country on the Channel America Network. So I'm going to be busy. But I will be with you every Sunday at 10 a.m. for the Wally George Great American Radio Special, starting not this coming Sunday, but a week from Sunday, the 4th of July, and every Sunday thereafter at 10 a.m., so mark your calendars.
You want to tell me why you'd go and do a damn fool thing like that?
Well, I just had to do it. It's one of those things. Now, we have our lines are all lit already. I know we probably have the Howard Stern fanatics out once again, trying to jam my telephone lines, trying to make idiots of themselves. And I want you to know, they always succeed in making idiots of themselves. These people have no lives. They have been instructed by their fearless leader to try to antagonize Wally. But I don't get antagonized. I just flick them off like little mosquitoes that they are. Blood-sucking mosquitoes. But anyway, here's the number to call. All of our lines are busy right now, but write this number down and keep on trying, and you'll get through eventually. You can talk back to Wally. That's 1-800-748-4651. Anywhere in Southern California, write that number down and keep on calling me. It's 1-800-748-4651. Let me hear from you. And don't forget, we're on television every night at 12 midnight with Hot Seat Highlights, which I host, presenting the highlights, the most ludicrous moments from the past 10 years of my Hot Seat show on KDOC TV, Channel 56, followed at 12:30 a.m. by Downey, the Morton Downey Show. Downey and I have joined forces to capture late-night television. Then on Saturday night, every Saturday night, 11 until 12 midnight, as always, my original Hot Seat show, the original voice of confrontation and conservatism and all that. 11 until 12 midnight with my live studio audience. On KDOC TV, Channel 56, my TV home base here in L.A., and all around the country in 165 cities on the Channel America television network. And
Wally, you're totally awesome.
Wait, you haven't heard the best. We're also beamed around the globe, around the world, via satellite. Okay, by Channel America. Now we're going to do a few comments here, and then we're going to go to the phone. Rudy, let me alert you. I've heard that the bimbo line may be activated later. A bimbo may be on the line. Who knows? Later 6 months doing an outstanding job producing us. Here he is, the one, the only, Rudy.
Yes, the Rudy Tooty.
Give Rudy a big round of applause and cheers for the outstanding job he has done for us this past 6 months. Let's hear it for old Rudy Tooty out there. Okay. All right. Now, before we go to our phone lines, it is time to do a little comment. American television, this is the last night for David Letterman on NBC. Yeah, are you glad to get rid of him? Okay. David Letterman winds up his 11-year stay on NBC. There he goes. You know, NBC is being really chintzy about this. NBC is being chintzy, Bob. They're not even, they're doing nothing whatsoever to have a farewell party, or they're not saying anything. Now, even though Letterman is going to CBS, still, for 11 years, David Letterman brought millions and millions of dollars into the NBC coffre, and also brought millions and millions of viewers to NBC. And I think they're being real chintzy by just ignoring the fact that Letterman is leaving. If they had class, and I don't think anybody on NBC has any class, if they had class, they would have issued a public statement today saying, we are grateful to David Letterman for the amount of viewers he has brought to our network. We are grateful to him for the amount of dollars he has brought to NBC, and we wish him well.
Oh, yeah? Same to you.
Well, no, I'm serious. See, that's the president of NBC. He's mad. But if you guys had any class, that's what you would, and then everybody would have said, gee, those guys at NBC are pretty nice. But they have no class. They're just saying, he's leaving us, to heck with him. Don't even mention him. Get him out of here. I predict David Letterman will cream NBC.
Boy, are you dumb.
Yeah, that's NBC. They sure are. Okay, let's see. Anything else I want to talk about? American Patriotic Show. Let us begin with John Wayne leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance to our flag. Are we ready?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, that's John Wayne, the late and great John Wayne. And we'll take a little commercial break here now, and then we're going to go to our phones out there. This is like playing telephone roulette. We never know what we're getting into, Rudy. That's right. Homeowners, if you're playing Rockin' Pasta in Huntington Beach, rock on over there.
Well, there you go again. Here he is, a great, Mommy.
Yes?
A great American, Mr. Wally George.
Thank you, Ronnie. Mr. President, I appreciate that. Welcome back, beloved. Hey, Rudy, as soon as we get a line free, let's get Eddie Spaghetti on the phone. Okay. Let's go to the phones. You're on with Wally George on Quiz FM. Who's this?
Hi, Wally. How you doing? It's Mike Meltoro.
Hello, Mike. How are you?
Pretty good. How you doing?
What's on your mind this morning?
Well, Wally, I had a little bit of confusion, and I wondered if you could clear it up for me. Watching your Hot Seat Highlights show the other night.
Yes.
And you said that you were one of two voices of conservatism on television.
Right.
Whereas before it was three. Now, who's odd man out here?
Well, I must have had a slip of the tongue.
Yeah.
Because I should say three because I want to include Morton Downey Jr.
Yeah.
And so that would be Downey and myself and Rush Limbaugh. So that was a slip of the tongue.
I'll tell you, Wally, I've been watching Morton Downey's show, and he really doesn't confront the issues like you and Rush do, and it's sad because I think that he really has a good mind for some of that stuff.
Yes, I'm a little disappointed that he's kind of backed away from his former self. I don't know why he did that. I guess that was advice from his new syndicators, but I'm trying to urge Mort to get more and more into the issues himself and take some personal stands and confront some of these liberals on some of the vital issues of the day.
Yeah, well, I also wanted to ask you, how come you don't...
And so I think we're going to have an exciting year.
Yeah, sounds great.
Thanks for calling, Mike. God bless.
You bet, Wally.
There he goes. Good call for the first time. We're batting it. Hey, see if you can get Eddie on that real quick now, okay? All right. Yes, you're on the air with Wally George on Quiz FM. Go ahead.
Wally, that's James from Costa Mesa.
Hello, James.
Let's say, God bless you. I enjoyed your show, and I'm going to miss you throughout the week. I look forward to listening to you and your comments.
Yeah, be sure to join us every Sundays starting the 4th of July at 10 a.m. when we'll be doing our Wally George Great American Radio.
Aw, crap. Cape Jam, and wouldn't you know it would come right at the end of this damn side. Could I just gone to the fucking end of the tape? All right, let's try again.
Special, and watch us every night on television at 12 midnight and Saturday nights at 11.
Yeah. Well, just one other thing I want to say. You know, I was watching a couple weeks back. If you remember correctly, there was a gentleman from San Diego Press.
Okay. I'm assuming that's the end of the side, because it won't go anymore. Didn't go all the way to the leader tape, but I'm not going to risk having the tape break. So, flipping over to side 2, this is the end of the Wally George calls.
Lawyers. And second of all, there's certain things even rats won't even do.
Yeah, okay.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate your show, and keep up the good work.
God bless you, James. Thank you very much. Okay, the Wally George Great American Radio Show. Continuing on Quiz FM 96.7, Santa Ana, Los Angeles. I understand the bimbo line is going, but first we're going to take a little commercial break here.
Oh, shit. Wally, damn you! You're going to get me in trouble playing the Munsters theme. Son of a bitch.
Hands off my daughter, Fruit Lips.
Well, Cherry, I thank you for calling on my bimbo line, even though you say you're not a bimbo.
Well, come on down and I'll do a special dance just for you.
Me?
Just for you.
Where do you want me to go to?
It's located at 4824 West Imperial Highway in Hawthorne, and that would be on the corner of Imperial Highway and Inglewood Avenue.
Really?
Right.
The bare elegance, eh?
Just give us a call, 310-649-1100, and check for my schedule. I work in the daytimes from 11 to 6, usually Monday through Friday.
Cherry, eh?
Yeah.
Cherry, I want to thank you for calling, and I'm not sure I approve of what you do, but I'm sure you do it well. Goodbye, Cherry.
Bye.
There she is. Okay, there's Cherry. There goes line 4 ringing. The Wally George Great American Radio Show on Quiz FM. Let's go back to our busy phones. Hello, you're on the air with Wally George on Quiz. Go ahead.
Hi, good morning, Wally. It's Belial.
Well, good morning, Belial.
Happy Friday to you.
Same to you. How you doing today?
Doing all right, but I gotta give a little critique of this movie, What's Love Got to Do with It?
Oh, you went to see it, eh?
I went to see it.
I was planning on going. Is it worth my while?
I want to say it's an absolute disgrace. I am absolutely sick and tired of this Tina Turner saying all these terrible things about her ex-husband, Ike. Ike Turner was responsible for Tina Turner being who she is today.
You're absolutely right. I mean, if I heard Ike Turner on a radio interview a couple of days ago, I forget what show it was on, or maybe it was on television, and he was saying, look, Tina and I had our spats, but I'll tell you, she beat me up a lot more than I ever hit her. He said she had a horrifying temper, and she used to come at him with her nails and all that. And he said, you know, you're only hearing her side. He said she had a violent temper. And
the truth of the matter is, Tina Turner was brought up, raised in a very unusual circumstance, a terrible family life, and Ike Turner rescued her from the situation at a very young age. He developed her talents, her musical career. If you look back on all the old Ike and Tina Turner review albums, you can see that all the songs arranged and written by Ike Turner.
That's right.
No credit to Tina Turner. And then all of a sudden, it's sort of like A Star Is Born all over again. Tina Turner starts getting into the wrong crowd. I understand that she had sort of friendships with Rod Stewart, Mick Jagger, and they sort of told her to get away from Ike Turner, and that's sort of how things became.
Well, doesn't this sound a little bit familiar to you? Sort of reminiscent of Sonny and Cher?
It sure does.
Because here comes Cher, who now, you ask about Sonny, and she badmouths him. She doesn't say that he beat her up, but she does not give him any credit whatsoever. She gives him a real bad time in all the interviews and really makes him look like a real idiot. And
she makes Sonny look like a louse.
Yes.
Some sort of a jerk. And now Tina Turner saying that Ike Turner used to smack her around, used to really abuse her. Well, I just read the other day this article on Robert Dornan, and I understand...
Yes, I was going to talk about that.
Don't tell me Tina Turner's above...
Call area code 714-971...
Apparently I'd had enough of Belial. See, like I said, for some reason, a lot of the prank callers didn't get through on Wally's last show. So you're getting a lot of actual decent people talking about stupid shit, like Belial. I think I'm coming up, me and Dave. I know we got through, but not many others.
9140, area code 714-971-9140, Ace Window Tinting and Alarm in Garden Grove. And we're back, the Wally George Great American Radio Show, winging your way on this, boy, it's going to be a hot one today. 100 degrees or something. Wow, I hate this hot weather. I hate it.
Drop dead.
Welcome back to Wally George Great American Radio Show on Quiz FM. Well, let's go back to our busy phones. Hello, you're on the air with Wally George on Quiz FM. Go ahead.
Hello, Wally. Good morning. This is Danny in Garden Grove.
Yes, Danny?
I just called to take a bow and claim victory for the phony phone caller.
Yeah, thank you so much, and you're out of here. Hello, you're on the air with Wally George on Quiz FM.
Hello, Wally. This is yo buddy Link from Anaheim.
I'm sorry. I gotta hear it again. I haven't heard that in a long time. Calling in to take a bow for the phony phone callers.
You're on the air with Wally George on Quiz FM. Go ahead.
Hello, Wally. Good morning. This is Danny in Garden Grove.
Yes, Danny?
I just called to take a bow and claim victory for the phony phone caller.
Yeah, thank you so much, and you're out of here. Hello, you're on the air with Wally George on Quiz FM.
Hello, Wally. This is yo buddy Link from Anaheim.
Well, how are you, old buddy?
I'm fine today. I'm glad to see that you're promoting that girl earlier.
Oh, you mean Cherry?
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I didn't think you were for that kind of stuff.
She got through on the bimbo line.
Yeah, I heard that. She sounded like she was okay to go see anyways.
Well, okay. How old are you?
I'm 20 myself. How old are you? No, just kidding.
35.
Anyways, Wally, yeah, I was smoking a joint last night. It burned my finger.
Well, I hope you burn your stupid head off. Okay, line 4 is going. Hello, you're on with Wally George on Quiz FM. Go ahead.
Hi, Wally.
Who's this?
This is David from Garden Grove.
Well, hello, David.
Pretty good.
What's going on?
It was just my birthday. I didn't get a card from you.
How old were you, David?
28.
28 years old.
Yeah, but I gave you a card. Remember that big card?
Yeah, you're the guy.
I haven't talked to you.
You're the guy that came down and gave that to me on the stage at my birthday.
Yep.
Hey, thanks, David. I appreciate that. Now I can place you right now. So what's on your mind this morning?
I just want to tell you, well, thanks for having the radio show, and thanks for being our guest on the radio show.
And I hope you'll listen every Sunday at 10 a.m. starting.
Well, I'm going to write to you, so.
Starting the 4th of July. Write me a letter, and I'll read your letters on the air. And then, of course, join me every day, every night on TV, 12 midnight, KDOC TV, and Saturday nights from 11 until 12, of course. You know, in 2 weeks, we celebrate our 11th year anniversary for Hot Seat.
Oh, hey.
So it's really great. Thanks for calling, David.
Hey, Wally.
Yes.
Well, are you going to have your Hot Seat again in in Orange? Are you going to?
Well, no. We're going to be taping some Hot Seat shows in various parts of the country.
I know that, but are you going to come back and do it out here again?
We may in the fall.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, man.
Thanks for calling, David, and thanks for being a loyal supporter all this time. Hello, you're on with Wally George on Quiz FM. Go ahead.
Hi, Wally. This is Chris Cream from Gay Radio.
Oh, Chris Cream from Gay Radio.
Yes, hello, Wally.
Who's this?
It's Jim.
Hello, Jim. Where are you calling from?
Studio City.
Okay, what's on your mind, Jim?
Signal's not coming in too good this morning out in the valley here.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, listen, I tell you, I'm going to miss your show every morning. And I'm going to miss Belial's, entertaining calls.
Yeah,
too, by the way.
Join me on Sunday starting the 4th of July.
Oh, yeah.
Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. for the Wally George Great American Radio special right here on Quiz. And then, of course, we're on 6 times a week on television.
Right, okay.
Jim, thank you very much for your support.
Good luck. Bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, what good callers. This is great. This makes me feel great. Now watch what happens, probably. Hello, you're on there with Wally George on Quiz FM. Go ahead.
Hello, Wally. This is Lance from Anaheim.
Hello, Lance.
Yeah, so you're finally giving it up, huh?
Get out of here. I never give up. You're the ones who are going to have to give it up, pal. I'm still on the air, but you're not going to be. Ha, ha, ha. Who's the winner? You're the ones who are being taken off the air, not me. I'm continuing. I'm staying on the air. You guys are the ones who are no longer going to be on the air. What do you think about that, you loser? Hello, you're on the air with Wally George on Quiz FM. Go ahead.
Hello, Wally George. This is Jim Gomez calling.
Hey, Jim Gomez. How are you, buddy?
Fine. Listen, we should just remind the viewers that this is not the end of Wally George. This is just the beginning.
Just the beginning. That's right.
And a happy anniversary in a couple of weeks. Your Hot Seat anniversary, isn't it coming up in a couple of weeks?
In 2 weeks, we celebrate our 11th anniversary for Hot Seat on KDOC TV, Channel 56. And we continue 6 nights a week at 12 midnight with Hot Seat highlights, followed by The Downey Show on KDOC TV, Channel 56. Saturday nights, 11 until 12 midnight. All across America in 165 cities on the Channel America Television Network, our 11th year. And also internationally, we are beamed via satellite into many countries around the world. And we continue right here on Quiz FM every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. with the Wally George Great American Radio special without the lunatics who have tried to destroy me. But you see what happened, Jim? I was not destroyed. They were.
That's right.
Hey, Jim.
Suppose your listeners, loyal listeners like Belial and John and everyone out there want to write you. Can you give out that address there?
Oh, hey, I'm glad you gave me that. Oh, I'm so glad you told me, because I forgot to give the address. Here's the address where you can write to me, and I will read your letters over the air, and I will answer them every Sunday, starting the 4th of July at 10 a.m. It's Wally George, P.O. Box 787, Hollywood, California, 90078. Once again, that's P.O. Box 787, Hollywood, California, 90078. Write to me your comments and all that kind of thing, and I'll read your letters, good and bad, on the air and answer them. And also, if you'd like a free autographed picture, personally autographed to you, you can make that request in your letter, and I will send it off to you absolutely free, personally autographed. I'm glad you gave me the opportunity to give that address out. Box 787, Hollywood, California, 90078. Now, Jim, we want to talk about you're starting your own show here.
I start this Sunday from 11 until 12 midnight, and callers can call in live.
I urge my listeners to. Oh, I hope you don't get the same kind of problem I did.
Listen, I want to, enough talking about me. I want to get this in. Tonight's the viewing of Pat Nixon at the Richard Nixon Library, and I encourage everyone to go out there and.
Pat Nixon.
Former First Lady at the Richard Nixon Library.
Mrs. Richard Nixon will be lying in state from 5 p.m. until 9 p.m. tonight at the Richard Nixon Museum in Yorba Linda.
The address there is 18001 Yorba Linda Boulevard in Yorba Linda. For more information, they can call the library at 714-993-5075.
Once again, 993
5075.
You know, Jim, I'm very proud. I got a phone call from President Nixon's office in New York. You know, I have known the former president for about 30 years, and I had been invited to attend the funeral tomorrow morning, which I plan to be there, and pay tribute to this great former First Lady, and I hope we all can say a little prayer for her. She was a wonderful, wonderful person.
Lady. Thank you, Wally.
Hey, Jim, good luck on your show. That's this coming Sunday at 11 o'clock. God bless you.
Take care. God bless you.
There he goes. There's Jim. Yeah, I'm glad he called, because that gave me the opportunity to give my address and to give him a little plug for his show. Tune in, Jim, on Sunday night at 11 p.m., and don't give him a bad time like he gave me. Hello, you're on with Wally George on Quiz FM.
Hello, Wally. This is Robert from Harbor City.
Hi, Robert.
I just want to tell you, I hate to see you go off the air.
I'm not going off the air. Why do you say that? I'm not going off the air. I'm going to be on Sunday nights, Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. I'm not going off the air. Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. every Sunday, starting the 4th of July, right here on KWIZ. And 6 nights a week on television, on KDOC TV, Channel 56, and all across America on Channel America, okay? And don't forget, in 2 weeks, we have our 11th year anniversary for Hot Seat. And continuing, I'll be on the air for the next 30 years, trust me. So join me every night now on television, 6 nights a week, and join me July the 4th, Sunday, July the 4th, right here on Quiz FM at 10 a.m. Be here listening. Thank you, Rudy, for a great job as my producer here. And to all of you, wherever you are, God bless you all, and God bless America.
I like the way he put a spin on it, that he's still on the air, but we got removed, when the whole goal was to get him to quit taking calls. Just drive him crazy until the time came when he just said, fuck it, I'm not doing this anymore. And goal achieved. So, anything else I wanted to say? I don't think so. There will be, in the future, more Wally calls. Oh, I know. That guy Jim Gomez, towards the end of the show, he did have his own radio show for about a month on Sunday nights. He was actually a 7-Eleven employee, kind of like Gonzo. Gonzo's a Best Buy employee, and he found a way to put himself on the air. Well, this guy Jim Gomez, back when there was no podcasts, bought airtime from Quiz FM so that he and Wally's producer could actually do a show and be their own little Wally. Someday I'll find the tape of that. Those were some real wild calls. Anyway, that's enough from Wally and enough from me. See you later whenever I do something again. Bye.